Hello, my name is Nishant, and the biggest challenge for students these days is they do not have a step by step system of how they can study, how they can remember, and how they can focus. And in the last 18 years, I've exactly done that. I've actually taught students in 19 countries across 5 continents over the last 18 years, teaching them how they can study, how they can remember, and how they can focus, and more importantly, have fun while doing these things. Now, I'm a memory expert. A little bit of background here. I'm a memory expert. I actually memorized a number consisting of almost 2000 digits for one of my records. I've actually memorized playing cards, I memorized binary numbers, I memorized words, names and faces. I actually experimented these techniques at the World Memory Championship, and I also been awarded the Grand Master of Memory medal. And just 2 years ago, I actually even broke a Guinness record in memory. And the reason why I'm telling you this is I've actually used a technique, I've used a methodology, and anyone on the planet, if they know how they can use their memory in a better fashion, even they can do the same thing, because I'm not born with a fantastic memory. I'm actually born with a lousy memory. I really didn't have a good memory to begin with. I've actually practiced the techniques. Now, I've also been featured in many national, international television shows, and because of which, my message has now spread to millions of people all over the world. Now, every time I do these workshops, and in the last more than 15 years now, I actually asked this question over the last 15 years. What is your biggest challenge in studying, and what is your biggest challenge in remembering information? And over again I get the same answers, and I'm sure your child might have similar problems too. For example, they are overwhelmed, they are frustrated, and they're not able to manage their time in a better fashion, and they're not able to enjoy the exam process. Every time there's examination, they're nervous, and they prepare till the last minute, and then after the examination is over, they really feel bad because they think that they could have done better, but still they have it actually happens again and again. And two biggest problems is, number one is they're not really able to focus, which is one of the biggest problems that students have, and they are not able to retain the information for a long time. So if they can eliminate all these problems, they can really be the top student, they can really enjoy the process, they can really make their life easier. And that is exactly the reason why I have developed my one-day live workshop where I actually teach students all the skills that they need to really do well in school. So some of the things which I'll be talking in the teaching in this one-day workshop is how to have a very good memory for facts, figures, information that you want to memorize as part of their schoolwork. And I also talk about secrets of top students. Like I said, I've actually interviewed top students from different countries and asked them, hey, why are you top students, and what are your habits, what's your thinking pattern? And actually I can share all these techniques to your child during the workshop. I also going to talk about brain power boosters. Not only their memory will be up, but also their study skills will be up, their imagination, concentration, visualization, observation, attention, all these skills will go up as well. And I'm going to talk about mental warm-up skills, so how they can warm up even before they begin the study session, so that they can really have a useful and a productive study session. I'm going to talk about registration strategies, how they can register information well, and more importantly, how they can retain the information for a long time. And of course, one of the most powerful things that they're going to learn is how they can have a laser sharp focus, and they also will know how to manage their time so that they can be more disciplined, so they can be more accountable for themselves. And most importantly, all these things are done in a fun, engaging manner. And also I'm talking about results oriented workshop. In fact, your child will be able to see results during the workshop itself, because these techniques are really that powerful. So I've many people have given me raving reviews about how this program has changed their life. People have got 8 straight A's, people have stood first among all their cohorts. And I can share a lot of these feedbacks from people from the past graduates, because these techniques really work. They'll change their way students learn information. So what's going to happen is, at the workshop, I'm going to give your child a toolkit of techniques with the help of which they can really remember, they can really have the focus that they want, and they can really have the right study skill system that they need as part of their study life. Now, the two biggest things that will happen is they'll actually walk away study with a step-by-step system from the time they open the book and from the time till the time they close the book and till the time of the examination. What are the different steps that they need to take so that they can really have a good time while studying, and also they can really go to the examination hall but with a free mind, and they can relax and they can do that. And of course, the next thing is I'm going to give them the action plan. After the workshop is over, what is the action plan that you need to take? Because most of these things are skills, and as you know, skills are those things that you get better by practicing. So I'm actually helping your child by handing them over an action plan, saying, hey, this is what you do on day 1, this is what you do on day 2. It's step by step, so there's no guesswork, there's no thinking, there is no experimentation. It's all straight there. So just step 1, step 2, step 3, you do it, and boom, you get the results. So this is the invitation from me to you to register your child for this workshop, because I believe that the biggest gift that you can give to your child is not an iPad, is not a toy, is not anything else. It is the biggest gift that you can give your child is the gift of making learning fun and easy, because they're going to learn not only as a student, but for the rest of their life they are going to learn, and it is important for them to know how to learn. It's important for them to know how they can focus better. It's important for them to know how they can study better, so that they can really enjoy the learning process and eventually become the top student in their school, in their class. So I really look forward to seeing your child, because this program is certainly going to equip your child with new skills, with new confidence, and with new templates of how they can really do well in their studies. I very much look forward to seeing you at the workshop.